88. Okay.
Galileo.
88.
What's that?
Virtual reality.
Camera right there.
How, wait,
And it's because of
what do I
Robert.
look like?
Because of Robert, I met you, and because of you, I met Jerker.
What do you mean a virtual reality camera? It's just like,
And then Jeff Burke. Is he alive? No, it really is. He was crazy, remember? Did you have it? Yeah, you're good. I haven't heard from Burke. Is he out here? He's still out here?
Yeah.
Magic shop or something? He's working at a magic shop?
I see him every now and then.
Yeah.
He still doesn't drive anywhere.
He's in that heavy metal band for a minute.
Doesn't like to drive anywhere,
He Ubers everywhere.
Before Uber, he was like
didn't want
weird.
to drive anywhere. I don't know. So good friend,
Do
but
I
doesn't
still
like
need to be
spend
Mike
money
City or
driving
no?
anywhere, so
Yes,
we just-
please.
Yeah, oh.
If you wanted to see him, you'd have to go to Glendale, where he lives. And he's a great friend, but I just don't make it out there. So I just never saw him. It's like, I don't know. It's very peculiar.
Yeah.
Hey, did you go further away from me?
no way, I would never.
Chelsea, this is my bad side.
No, I didn't.
Actually, this is my good side.
I think
So
I-
prefer
Did you say it?
right
Did you say it?
If I don't turn to this way, I'm on that side too.
Dennis, my man.
I'm on my
Did you
good
hear
side,
from
so you guys-
that corporate? What was the name of that company?
No, was I supposed to do something with that?
I never heard from them after that thing we
Was
did
I,
together.
but was I supposed to? I forgot about the next. Was I supposed to make the next move?
Check in with that guy. He loves you. The guy from Massachusetts. Is the camera on us yet?
It's on, but
I'm gonna tell a story about a gig Dennis and I did.
you want it on?
Oh, I get my own.
No,
I want it rolling right now anyways.
No, yeah, you don't have to. Did you?
Yeah. Is it okay if I put it there, or do you want me to
No.
put it over
You
here?
want to refill it?
Is it the left side or the right side that bothers you?
Hold on.
Both? Okay, do you want to put it in the middle?
Do you want to refresh? I'm gonna have him come over.
Oh, yeah. I think he's already on it. He said he was gonna come out here and polish.
Hey, Gabriel. Send my son. Send my son to get a
Can you
straight.
pour in a cup, maybe?
Send it in. I know. Teach him yelling.
Oh, okay.
They learn. Like, my father was gonna get my slippers. I'll tell you, go give me another pink tequila. We're missing Jeff Dye. Hold on. We need we need Jeff because he's a comedian. I need Jeff.
No social media during the day.
During the what?
Don't broadcast it social media.
She's not broadcasting. She's just taking a picture.
Sure.
Everybody's all over you right now. All right, you can take a picture. Let it. She's just taking a picture.
On my necklace? It's my best friend.
God.
Right. Okay.
She's just so good. So I made her a necklace like this.
Thank you. Thank you. Alder?
Is that her name? Should you go by name?
No. So she's like our friendship. She's my my ace of spades.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just had to get my friend.
You made it for her?
No. I mean, I got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Ace.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so nice.
Just had to like.
That's good. That's good.
She's killing it.
That's good. That's important. I like that. So you're a makeup artist?
Worried about that bulb. I'm like,
You
what
work
do
on
you see?
television shows?
The bulb.
Yeah, I do my fashion, but I'm actually right now.
That's real life right there. That's real life.
It's real life, right? You want to capture those moments.
And yeah, we did a pilot like a while ago, and it got picked up. So
Oh, awesome.
yeah, it was nice. It was fun. What is
Hey
it?
guys, can I just say one thing?
I'm going to ask you all about your lives and your business.
One quick note. If we could just keep like alternating the conversations, because the last party we did, everyone talked at once, and it's kind of hard. So just try to talk to stories about. It's all about Bruce tonight.
No, it's not.
No, it is. That's what the series is
But I'm
about.
going to deflect to each and
I
every one
understand,
of
but they could tell a story about them with you.
Great, perfect.
And go around the table and talk about the stories.
I'm
That's
sure I'm allowed
the
to
only
tell
advice.
myself.
Other than that, just have
I'm
fun.
talking
We're not
shit.
going to say cut. So talk shit about them, talk good stuff about them.
Bruce, I'm not
Just
sure
have
I'm
fun
allowed to
with
tell
it. But
myself.
don't all talk at once.
We can, Got it. We cannot. Nothing before 1999.
Walter, you ready? Bring out the oysters.
Nothing involving Jerky's apartment or balcony, Sunday, FM station.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
I what?
Nothing $3.99.
Okay.
Why? Why?
To
That's a risk.
That was
we'll
a
tell
really
you
cute
like
song.
next time. Over
You're really good. Like, we're gonna have to communicate when we talk. You do it the right way, because I know people who like answer questions without repeating the question, and you have to say, what I think the night's gonna be.
Oh, here we go. Look at this.
You have to do that, and you do that every time. And I'm just
Bring it right around Dennis. Right around Dennis.
Oh,
We need Jeff. Go with the story. What happened with Jeff? I don't even have my cast. Jeff.
Right over here. Right here.
Wow.
And I guess I'm gonna set this more toward your end here. You may have to pass the bowls.
Okay.
How close is this camera to my face? I feel like my.
Is it a camera?
Hello.
It is.
Sydney, this is everybody.
Yeah.
Sydney, this is Sydney. Everybody.
Hey everybody!
Hi, Sydney.
How you guys feeling?
Amazing. Hungry.
Hungry?
So hungry.
Hungry.
Sydney looks familiar to you. It's because he was in every big national commercial for like the last 15, 20 years.
Thank you
Like
very much.
big spots. I'm like, dude, I know your face. And then it's like, yeah, I did a few commercials, and then I was like, I know all those commercials you were in. Like,
I
all
saw
of
him
them.
on Dave and Buster's.
Is that one? Is that one?
Why you gotta tell me David Buster's though?
But you were like with Michael
was on
Jordan.
that?
You were in Michael Jordan.
All kinds
Space
of
Jam
Pepsi
spots.
spots, all kinds of
I know.
IBM.
Yeah.
Toyota.
But you lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah, I lost 130 pounds.
Yes, yeah, 130 pounds. Yeah.
Still losing,
Right.
still working.
All right. Well, you're losing about 10 tonight working
At
here.
least.
All right, here's Jeff. Can't do it without you, buddy.
I don't know why I said that. I was gonna
You don't
say.
know why you said
I said and I was gonna say something else, and then I just like blanked out. Oh, lemon for the listeners.
Oh, lemons and limes right there. Bam.
You ask and you shall receive.
Look at that. Like the second you said it.
Okay, so over here we have all the dipping sauces for the oysters.
The mignon. The
Yes, we
mignon.
have the classic,
Classic mignon in the middle.
sriracha, and the
Horseradish cocktail.
Horseradish.
Thank you,
I'm
Melissa.
sorry, horseradish, the sriracha, and the classic. Okay.
So
Yes.
I'll trade you some oysters.
That's a sriracha?
Yeah, that's the sriracha.
I don't want to
have
mix them
that.
up because I don't really eat sriracha. So
But-
that's not. That looks like the hot one.
Yeah, that one might be a little bit hot.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll make
The
sure.
middle one may not be.
I can't have anything
Do you have
spicy.
another little
No,
spoon?
you can't.
No honey. No honey over here.
And I'm Latin.
But yeah.
Yeah.
She's already spicy enough as a person.
Yeah.
She can't handle anymore. That's what happens. Right, Jason?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Spicy is good.
So, you guys,
Thank you,
when you're ready
Rita.
to roll, you let me know. I wanted just to start with. We're good now? Okay, all right. We can just go. All right. So while we're eating oysters, I just want you all to know how I know all of you.
Awesome.
So you all like know, like so. So first of all, I could have had any 7 people in the world here. So obviously, I really like you, and maybe even love you, some of you. That I wanted you to be here.
Which ones don't you love?
That's actually what I was gonna ask.
I'm sorry. Was it obvious? Was it that obvious, Dennis? Hey, you were in town.
It's okay if it's me.
Seinfeld canceled. Anyways, the truth is that I'll start with Rita because Rita and I go back to 80s, the longest at the table. I know. So Rita and I met in college. I don't know if y'all heard this. Sorry to repeat it, but we met in college because her best friend. I mean, the connection's weird because she's from Guam, and her best friend from Guam went to Boston University, and so she came to visit Patty, and then Patty's like, "Yeah, meet Brucey," and then so we met, and then I came to Hollywood, and there she is. She's costume designer on a little show called The Living Color.
No.
When you worked on The Living
I
Color?
worked on a living color.
Okay.
I wasn't the costume
What were you?
designer.
What?
Fly girl?
I was a costumer.
Costumer.
The start.
You weren't
I
the
was
boss yet. Yeah, she
I was
worked-
the start of my
A
career.
good show to like,
Yeah,
we
the
need
start of my
we need Homely Clown's outfit fixed in 2 minutes. Like boom, that's how you learn. Right?
Started my, yes.
Pretty exciting stuff. But now she is her own boss. She's hired to be costume designer. She did Empire first season.
Yeah.
Got nominated for an
Nice.
Emmy.
Yes,
Huge.
thank you.
Every John Singleton movie he calls Rita. She did the New Edition movie last year. That was
Yes.
a huge hit.
Nice.
She's done like ridiculous work. She actually was my costume designer on Love That Girl.
Oh yeah.
Remember
yeah,
that? You
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
about that?
Yeah.
That Guido guy.
Yeah.
And her
The
she has
Guido guy.
She's like whatever it is. Giorgio. My name is Giorgio.
Yeah.
And to keep it going, second longest in my life, Scott Lips. So
Actually, my brother went to
yes,
see you.
I went against Boston University. Did actually pay off because one of the guys I was in school management with, Robert Lips, totally straight. Like I didn't even hang out with him that much because he was so straight and focused. Dude, straight, focused.
The opposite of me.
Complete opposite. I'm sorry. But the crazy thing was, like, he's like, yeah, I'm going out to LA, and I'm like, I'm not really gonna hang out with this guy, you know. And so we went out a couple times, and then he introduced me to Scott, and Scott's got the rocker hair, and he's a drummer, and I'm like, we exchanged numbers, and then Robert moved out to New York, and me and Scott became very good friends. I met through Scott other people that became very good friends. Scott and Phil were actually at my and Shelby's wedding in 1999 in New Jersey. And Scott's story, I just want to tell you, is pretty amazing because he was an incredible drummer.
What if it was?
Well, you still okay? All right. Yeah, but this is all. But this is all you did. So here's a kid
Actually,
like.
my girl Courtney was on Empire.
Oh, yeah?
That's who I play with.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So and,
I
yeah.
didn't
So
know
you know,
that.
Scott now is a an agent. He's a manager. He opened up his own modeling agency in New York called One Model Management. After working with his cousins, after he got carpal tunnel and couldn't play the drums anymore, and was devastated. Like, I cried for you. You were like 24, and they're like, yeah, you can't play drums anymore. And you're like, you must have told you have like 2 months to live. You're like, what do you mean I can't play the drums anymore? It was awful. It was like so awful. And
He's like, thank you for reminding me of the
No,
most awful
no, but-
time of my life.
But it's okay because, like, to show the rebound, to show, rise the
I'm just
phoenix,
kidding.
rising from the ashes after that devastating defeat, and it shows that he decided his other passion besides playing the drums was the girls that would come watch him play the drums. So it's like, well, how do we keep this going?
Those are strippers.
Right, that's true. So how do we keep this going? I can't play the drums, but I like the girls to come over. So he went to, was it Otto? Was it the name of the?
I don't know if it was a strip club, but that's
All
the
right.
question.
Who's your cousin's agency?
He has
now?
next.
Next,
Yeah.
next models was
We
like,
don't do this.
but it was whatever. But you started working with them, and you learned the business.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to start my own. So he became a big deal in modeling, and then he just this year, that's why he's back here, moved to LA to start Lifts LA, which is
I'll let you say it better.
modeling, entertainers, social media influencers,
Celebrities.
celebrity representation. Like Courtney Love is one of his clients. Lana Del Rey is one of his clients. The
Not Lana, but you're close.
Okay, we're close, all right. So, and amazing models that they do these great deals.
Oh, I love models.
Okay, yeah, and they love you. I can tell you that. I can vouch for that. So, and then of course, because Scott always, whenever he invites me to these amazing parties he always gives me a +1. So he's like, "Can I have a +1?" Now, this isn't really a +1 party, but I'm like, of course, Scott, you get a +1. How can I say no? You give me +1 all the time. So I'm happy that you're here, Chelsea. I don't know much about you. I did have a great
Well,
time
actually,
at
on
Halloween.
the phone today,
On the phone.
you knew more about her than I actually thought you would.
Well, I do my research, and
Maybe you would like
What do I
what?
know about myself?
Yeah.
so let me ask you this: how long? Because I think you guys are really, really good together. You guys just started really hanging out together recently, a couple months.
I'll
Is it
Oh
deeper?
my god.
Just tell us right to this camera here. Everything, relationship.
Everything. Deep. It's been what, 4 months now?
Oh, nice.
Congratulations. LA. That's like a year in LA. It's
Yeah,
like-
that's a long
It's
time.
actually 10 years in
Never
LA.
did
It's
it.
10 years in LA. Yeah.
not true.
Yeah.
Carrie Ann?